This week on Tech Talk Tonight, we talk about the upcoming technology and also the technology to record video that Braden did not learn in class. All that and more coming up next.
This is Tech Talk Tonight, episode number 62, recorded July 12th, 2012. Variety greater than skill. Tech Talk Tonight is recorded in front of a live studio audience. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I've been talking like this all night. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tech Talk Tonight. This is episode number... Oh, I don't have that in the lower third.
62.
There's an issue. Episode number 62. My inevitable co-host...
62?
62. I told you, I'm slurring everything tonight. I have not been drinking, I swear. Gavin, how are you?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How are you today, Brain?
I'm well. How are you?
The Duchess and Mizzou is behind me. I think the Duchess is staring down the Mizzou.
I think we're all staring down a lot of new things here tonight. What do you think? Here, we've got a few new tricks up our sleeve.
Yeah, I must say that the video does look a little bit better. Braden has invested thousands and millions of dollars of his own money into the faux Twit studios, and we're now running on a trial of VidBlaster.
Yes, trial. We got to make sure everything works out, and so we, it's all got to work out, and then we'll fork for
And
the bucks.
we'll just ignore the fact that my video is frozen.
Your video is not actually frozen. I think your video is fine on the stream. This just gets
frozen. No, it's not. I'm on the stream.
Oh. Is the stream frozen?
No, it's working, sort of.
See, I told
It's
you.
fine. We'll just keep going.
We're gonna keep on moving. Gavin, wait, do you have your segment thing? Do you
No, not yet.
because this could be it.
Nope.
Okay. What's our first story then, Gavin? What's going on in the world of technology?
Nothing.
Oh, okay. Well, good night, everybody. It's been fun here on what? Okay, so
No,
what's really
this is something I'm actually interested in. I haven't downloaded it yet. Have you? Rovio announced. Rovio is the maker of Angry Birds, everybody's the most popular app in the world.
I've played a little Angry Birds.
They have released a new app called Amazing Alex for the iOS.
Amazing Alex.
And Android.
It still sounds like it's going to be a little... It doesn't sound... Like, Amazing Alex makes me think of, like, an adventure-type game or something, but really it's like a chain reaction game, so really it's just another physics-type thing that Rovio's coming out with without their moniker of Angry Birds on it, the way that I
don't know. I mean, apps don't have so much sticky power as people can't go to the App Store and see like, oh, or I guess there will be ads on Angry Birds, but other than that,
the free version at least,
they won't have. They won't. You don't. This isn't necessarily just a good app because they made Angry Birds. This might be a crappy app. That's all I'm saying. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I am going to download it. It is $1.
And like with $1, I mean, I go to a candy vending machine and I have to pay that much, so it doesn't, not justifying an app worth that. Yeah. Anyway, very good. We got an Angry Birds thing
and
out
other
there.
entertainment news. Do you have DirecTV?
No,
I don't either. But apparently, Viacom has pulled a bunch of programming off of the DirecTV service. There's been a fighting back and forth. They want Viacom wants DirecTV to pay them like 3 cents per year per user, which turns out to be like $1 bajillion. And each side thinks they're right, and so now they're in a spitting match. Do you know more details about this, Braden?
Well, I kind of read and heard a little bit about it, but if they like brought it down to 1 penny as opposed to 3 pennies per viewer per their subscriber or whatever, and it was only a couple $1 million.
DirecTV is saying that those channels are losing popularity anyway, so they don't think they have any bargaining power. The one thing that I did hear about today was that what's the new Breaking Bad is going to have.
Breaking Bad's coming out this Sunday with their final season premiere, and a lot of people have been looking forward to this.
And so AMC has released a program where if you're a DirecTV subscriber, you're allowed to sign up on AMC's website to watch the premiere live on AMC's website.
Right. But it sounds, from what I've read, that it's just going to be the premiere episode. They're not making any promises about the rest of the season for Breaking Bad, or any of their other shows for that matter.
I mean, what the black and white movies from the 1920s?
That's not really what AMC plays anymore, though.
Really?
AMC became like Spike and everybody else, all the other different channels and stuff. Yes, they still have movies that they play and everything, but they play all other things. Now, this is coming from a person that has never like personally gotten cable himself. I had cable when I lived with roommates back in Fairview Heights, and my parents had cable all growing up, but I've never just purchased cable or satellite or anything. So I can live without it because I can still find everything that I want to watch online. Like I have caught up on Breaking Bad because it's all been on Netflix and Hulu and stuff.
Do you watch The Wire by chance? Oh no,
we don't. We kind of discussed this already. We might be doing a little
Wire watching experiment.
Wire watching experiment. Yes.
Lots of people say it's the best show that they've ever seen.
Best show ever.
And I am 10th in line to get the DVD from my local library. So
I need to go to the library and get in line for The Wire.
Yeah. Or you can, well, we'll talk about this
Gavin,
later.
let me ask you this question.
Other options.
Is there anything out there like Netflix for books?
I don't know. I don't know where you could have gotten that question, Braden.
I don't know. Where could I have gotten that
our
question?
Subreddit of the week, Facepalm.
What is our subreddit of the week this week?
Everybody go to reddit.com/r/facepalm. We just clicked the random button on Reddit just before the show started. Braden found this one. Braden, tell us about this Reddit.
All right, so it's styled in the fashion of Facebook itself. So to like gauge on what this subreddit is all about, I went to the top of all time. Essentially, all the posts are people taking screenshots of what they've seen on their Facebook accounts and stupid things that people have said, more or less. The very top one, which is not one that made Gavin almost cry earlier, was the very top one. This is gas prices, entitled that. First person says, wishing my GPA looked like those gas prices. And someone responds, and I wish those gas prices looked like your GPA. Ha ha, chuckle. So they're poking fun at people, things that
Other
they're seeing.
funnier ones are not fit for the stream.
Yeah, some we've got like a what is this meme? It's the overly attached girlfriend meme.
Oh yeah.
Wow, half a year. Yeah, so they're like comparing a lot of like their significant others on Facebook to the overly attached girlfriend.
I don't know.
meme.
There's some funny. The more inappropriate ones are funnier, frankly, but we don't want to talk about those. But
you can. You can go to reddit.com/r/facepalm.
And 61,045 people have facepalmed.
They have facepalmed.
So actually, I'm going to facepalm myself right now. So that should be 61,046. Ooh, it went up to 50. I count as 4 people, apparently.
And if we go through, like, well, we're popular here. We just kind of influenced all of them to go out, and I'm sure, Anyway, they're very cool on their rules, I guess, about, like, keeping people's anonymity. They talk about they need to completely black out all personal info, blah, 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 in their rules section and stuff. So this moderator or whoever is controlling the facepalm here, they are doing their best to, keep people stupidity anonymous.
That's a good point. Okay, now moving on.
Good point.
We wanted, Braden, you and I wanted to talk about not stories because it's slow as a news week, but 2 things. One, the first one is, what's the best good-looking, lightweight, solid laptop? My sister posed this question to me. Basically, she wants a Mac, but she's too poor to get it.
She wants a MacBook
Pro.
So,
well, like a MacBook. She honestly wants an Air, actually. She wants something small because she lives in a big city and she doesn't have a lot of room for a computer.
Okay.
She doesn't have a desk, per se. So she wants something pretty small, something she can like sit on her bed, sit in a park and use.
And she's looking at Acers, I heard.
There's an Acer out there.
Which specifically Acer? I have Acers pulled up. I see the Aspire V5. Is this what we're looking at?
It is the Aspire S3-951-6828. 13.3 inch HD.
Say that again?
Acer Aspire S3-951.
I see an Aspire V3. You're not on their site. You're on some
I'll
site.
just put in it into the chat room.
Okay. So, laptops. Anybody buying a laptop this day and age?
Is Acer good? In my opinion, Acer is like the crappy thing that you get on Newegg.
See, yeah, I think Acer's kind of a bargain brand myself, to be honest.
But this laptop looks pretty good. It's got 4 out of 5 stars on. It only has 13 reviews on Amazon. But Acer seems to be coming back, in my opinion. And then she was also looking at Vios and like HPs because they're all...
So Sony Vaio.
Sony Vaio...
You thinking of Sony Vaio? Because I just so happen...
Aren't they going out of business or something?
Oh, Sony Vaio. I just so happen to have a nice little model here.
Oh, buddy.
It's a Sony Vaio. It's very compact and everything.
Let's not...
don't mind the logos on it. That's nothing. That's actually extra. I'm just throwing in. But, this model here doesn't actually have a wireless card, so you have to add that in on the side. But that all comes with it.
3-inch thick model?
That's... But it's all raw power in here, Gavin. This thing will run 98 like a charm.
I mean, she just needs to browse the web, to be honest.
Okay, so besides speed and RAM and stuff, what has all changed since, like, this laptop has come out? Like,
nothing has really changed. You want a solid, everything comes with a Wi-Fi card now. That's something that's changed since, like, I was in college, especially you've been in college because you're like 50 years older than me.
I just graduated, Gavin. I was in college longer than you.
I remember back in the day, people were like, "Oh, are you going to get a Wi-Fi card in your?" Like that was a question you had to ask because it was like 50 more bucks on your laptop.
But you could just have a fancy, cool thing like this that'll hold.
But now, really, everything is just thinner and lighter, right? Everyone wants thinner and lighter, and that's why actually some news this week that Apple's new MacBook Pros, is it the MacBook Pro or the MacBook? I don't know. One of them is not accredited as a green computer anymore.
None of them are,
because all of their things are glued in, and that's not cool.
The iPhone hasn't been for a long time. The iPad never was, and now all their laptops are no longer EPEAT certified. So we've got that going, which wasn't even a story we threw into the doc, but that's something going on right now. And really, this is probably just Apple kind of being a little snooty, like, we're designing these things better than the EPEAT standard actually is, except for the fact that they're gluing things in. And that glue is what's like holding them back from being on this certification. And the certification themselves, like EPEAT said themselves, that this is an old standard. So, but there are many government and other large corporations that will have to buy EPEAT standardized equipment. So Apple just lost out on a big part of the market.
So going anyway, that's neither here nor there. But Doug posted in the chat room an HP Envy Sleek book that he said looks like a Mac, but is cheaper, and it actually does. That looks, and I've heard that HP laptops. I have a friend who got an HP laptop, and she said that they're pretty solid. I don't know. They used to be kind of crappy, but now they look better.
I wanted to throw out there is a brand of computers called Voodoo. Have you ever heard of Voodoo laptops?
Yeah, it's like for like gamers.
Okay, so it's designed as being a high-end PC, but they came out with an Envy that was really sleek design.
But it's kind of thick.
This came out like 2 years ago, and they still recommend, it says at the top, HP recommends Windows Vista Home Premium.
Wow.
I'm like, this website has not been updated in 2 years, at least.
It's on Voodoo's website?
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
VoodooPC.com. So,
well, clearly they're not in business anymore.
They're not in business at all?
Or they're dying.
Or they're dying. One of the two. I always liked the style that they did with their laptops, and I don't know.
They advertised on Tech TV.
They did?
I think
so. Or was that Alienware?
I don't know.
Anyway, continuing on.
I don't know. We've kind of covered it. Braden wants to talk about what's going to happen in the next month, 6 months, year, and 6 years in the technology industry.
I think
Braden, go.
I think you're just stealing the forecast motto and stuff, which is kind of what I was doing, but not exactly.
Forecast died, so we can take
Forecast did die. No. Like, where do we see tech at right now? Like, okay, we're talking about
it's
your
a good
sister
point.
getting a laptop. Where are we in technology?
Are we
right
actually
now?
at the post PC era, which like on Twit that I listen to, they talk about a lot. Like, are we at the point where computers will stop being like a mainstream thing, and only geeks like you and I will have actual computers, and our parents and friends will have like a phone plus a tablet, and that's all.
Or a phone and a laptop, maybe.
No, even a laptop. Post PC era.
No laptops whatsoever. Not even Ultrabooks or any of that.
I don't know. That's for you to decide. I think the laptop will always be around. It seems like I've never like had a tablet that only I have used to my name, but I think I really
Do you
like
own a
to have
tablet?
No,
I didn't think so.
I don't care to.
Okay.
Maybe I could.
Okay.
Those out there, I will take an iPad if you want to donate it.
Do iPads grind your gears?
No.
Damn it. Okay, fine.
I lost my train of thought. Oh, I always need a laptop. I'm nervous when I don't have my laptop, and I think laptops will always be around. But I do think desktops. I don't know.
Well, I
Do you
mean,
think
look
desktops
around.
will go around?
There's a few down here.
Well,
I don't think they're going to go away. I
Apple
think they're all
thinks-
just going to come to this basement.
Apple thinks that desktops are going away. Basically, they are basically phasing out their desktops and saying that, hey, this new laptop line, we have the thin and light, and we have the slightly thicker, and the slightly thicker one is equivalent to your desktop. That's what they're basically saying.
Okay, I'm going to make a prediction for a year from now, right now. Because I think we're going to still be having this conversation a year from now. I don't think that we're going to be away from desktop PCs within a year. Because,
Well, not a year, but
no. Think about this conversation right now. This is the whole PCs are trucks and the tablet is the convertible of the computer industry and stuff. And that's what Jobs was talking about when he was still alive and still doing interviews.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
that's over a year ago.
that's a year, but like in 5 years.
I was just looking a year ahead. Where do you think technology is
Oh,
going to
well,
be
in
a
a
year
year
from now?
ahead, it'll be basically the same. There'll be a new iPhone.
We'll have an iPhone 5.
We'll have.
A smaller iPad? Would you be more interested in a smaller iPad?
Smaller
If it-
iPad.
With a lower cost?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
You don't know.
And then what else? Basically the same old crap.
Are we going to get a new wireless spectrum? Are we going to have faster wireless? I think they're looking at AN now or something along
Hopefully
those lines.
I'll have fiber to the curb, which you have.
I don't yet.
What?
But I'm looking to get it. It's in the area now. We just got to get the guy here to put it in and
Well,
be
go to
like,
his house.
we need a bunch of upload speed, and we'll talk about you. You can be our first unofficial sponsor, maybe. Huh?
How do they install that? Do they drill a hole into your house or what?
Well, I already have a hole essentially into my house where my coax line comes in because I
What's
have
that?
cable internet. Do you know that little cabinet that's my wiring closet?
No.
It comes into right there. I'll show you on
Oh,
your way
nice.
out. It's right next to the back door, basically.
Now I know how to burrow into your house.
I guess, but it's all caulked up, so you couldn't actually. I guess you could pull on that line, but that's going to break, and the caulk's still going to be in there. You're not going to get into the house too easily.
Anyway. What are your predictions if you're all high and mighty and blah, blah, blah?
I think I just gave my prediction. We're going to be in the exact same place in the exact same basement talking about the exact same thing a year from now.
If this show is
It's
still
just
going.
going to be shinier. We're all going to get shinier.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I haven't used this one yet. We got to do this yet. So I'm looking right at you.
No, this is good.
Everybody knows now when I'm turning my head this way away from the camera, I'm looking at Gavin. Anyway.
I don't know. Do we have any other stories to talk about?
You have to grind your gears on something. What the hell's pissing you off?
Nothing. I've got my Gatorade.
Oh, yeah? I spit in that Gatorade.
It's the G series. Thirst
It's a
quencher.
fun time when it's time to grind Gavin's gears.
Yes. What grinds my gears is crappy chipmunk audio. That's what grinds my gears.
Well, thanks, Gavin.
Is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
That's pretty impressive.
Well, thanks, I guess.
We'll have to use it every week when I'm actually angry at something.
Good. You got to get more angry then because, I spent like a whole 10 minutes on that. All right, everybody. I guess that's it for tonight. Don't you say? I'm going to say that.
Yeah, everybody
Anyway.
go check us out on iTunes because we need more people to follow us on iTunes, and you can use the iTunes podcaster app or your podcaster app of choice on your device at hand. You need to switch the camera.
I did want to switch the camera, but like, check that logo out, like right there. Oh.
Anyway,
Anyway,
go there and check us out next week. Even though there's only 2 live viewers right now, we have lots of people that will watch on the recordings. So
Millions.
those of you watching on the recordings, watch us live because then you can chat to us and tell us what we're saying wrong.
all the time.
And if you want to follow me at twitter.com/Gabinar.
I am Braden Henze at Braden H. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube because, that's always a great thing too. I want to thank everybody for being here. Chat room. Pound sucks. Thanks. Have a good night, everybody. This has been Tech Talk Tonight.
Adios.